Hold on a second. Quick announcement before we do get into the video. Two things, actually very important to be fair. First of all, if you missed last night's episode of The Rejects, click off of here. I'm going to give you 5 seconds of a picture of a banana, and then I'll give the announcement of what happened, so go watch that if you haven't. But we did end up winning that game, and we are going to be headed to the Super Bowl. Now, big announcement is the fact that that is going to be premiered live on the channel 7 p.m. on Monday Central Time. We'll all watch the Super Bowl together. Hopefully, you guys are excited, so make sure to tune in to Super Bowl Monday 7 p.m. And also, I know I did announce a while back that I was going to begin streaming, and some things happened, and I didn't necessarily start, but I did start a few days ago. Done about 3 streams now. It's been pretty fun, so if you guys want to come over, head over to the streams. I'm going to start a lot more consistent this week. I think I've streamed 3 days in a row, but I'm going to start very consistent this week when MLB The Show does come out, so link to that will be in the description box below. But announcement's over with, and today's video makes me feel like freaking Zirksee. I feel like god dang Zirksee making this video, but we're going to make it regardless. And I think videos like this are fun to make, and they're important to make so people can hear some information and hear some opinions from yours truly. So obviously, as you see in the title, this video is about the potential return of college football video games. We all, honest to God, man, I would take Madden and destroy it in a minute if we could come out with a new college football game. That is my childhood. Been gone since NCAA Football 14 with all these different problems. But as you'll see today, we might finally be making some freaking progress. And we'll also talk about some alternatives that are going to be coming out for sure here soon. As you see, Mr. Pasta Padre, one of the biggest guys in the whole entire community when it comes to sports gaming, came out with an article. It says proposed legislation to allow student athletes to earn money off their name and likeness would lead to the return of college football sports video games. The odds are against it passing, so don't get your hopes up too high just yet, but it's worth a shot nonetheless. So to go into his article, the main problem was the fact that athletes were just getting exposed and not making any money in NCAA football games. There's players like QB number 10 in 2014 for Alabama, AJ McCarron. It didn't have his name in it, but it had the same height as him, same weight, same number, but he didn't get anything from it. So they were kind of exploiting his likeness, which is stupid. That's just another thing in its own right, and that's kind of what I'll talk about in today's video too. It's the fact that I think it's absolutely freaking moronic that college athletes can't make money off their own name. If somebody wants to buy your autograph, go ahead. I think it's so stupid that when I went to the University of South Alabama, I could sign my autograph to somebody and sell it to them perfectly fine if somebody wanted to do that. But if you played football at South Alabama, oh, nope, you can't do that. That's dumb. That's so freaking dumb. I feel like that's definitely violating their human rights. The fact that you can't make money off your own name. That's just so dumb. I know there's that huge argument whether or not they should be paid. I'll leave that up to people that are smarter than me. But never should somebody not be able to make money off their own name. That is just moronic. Now, if that was the case, and that actually was brought into fruition, and athletes can make money off their own name, they'd be able to make these video games. The NCAA is just stupid. But anyways, that's just my little opinion on it. But as it says, it's been nearly 6 years, that's sad, since the last NCAA football game. That was the last time a college sports video game featuring all the necessary licensed properties, along with fully editable and shareable rosters. Every time I said edible, I had to take that, record it 5 times, because every time I said it, it sounded like I was saying edible. You could eat it, but you get what I'm saying. All these years later, there's no imminent return of a college football video game. And Ed O'Bannon, what a guy. That's the case. That's the problem with NCAA. That's why there's no more NCAA lawsuit. Ed O'Bannon, not a nice guy. Don't like him. He wanted to get his money, but I still don't freaking like him. The case ended in favor of active and retired athletes, but nothing has been resolved. There's another case against the NCAA going to trial this December. Looks like it might help student athletes too. But then something big came out pretty recently. The Student Athlete Equity Act is being introduced to Congress today, and just so happens to coincide with the start of March Madness. The bill would allow for athletes to pursue deals with outside parties rather than being compensated by the university beyond their scholarship. The most prominent way in which to profit off name and likeness is from signing commercial and merchandising deals, or of course agreeing to appear in potential high-profile video games. Where is the problem with athletes doing this? There is no bit of problem whatsoever. Why should an athlete, just because they play college football, be banned from making money if Nike wants to sign it? If Nike wanted to sign me and I went to the University of South Alabama, that's perfectly fine, just because I don't play college football. It's dumb. Absolutely freaking moronic, and that would solve so many problems. That's just stupid. That's just so freaking stupid. And this quote does make a ton of sense. It's just odd that in our free market system, that this is the one area we say no. We'll let you make money for the university, but you can't have any access to your name or likeness. This is an earning opportunity for 99% of these athletes who will never have another access to do something like this. It's in that moment that your earning opportunity is prime, which is 100% true, because 99% of student athletes don't go on and get professional contracts and make money. So why keep them from potentially making money off something they're doing while they play college football or whatever sport? I mean, it's not going to do the university harm because the deals are going to be all third parties and so on and so forth. They would actually be able to make money on their own, and I don't know. I just find the whole entire conversation moronic that this is even like a thing. The fact that this, like, they don't get to make money off their likeness. That's the dumbest thing. So this is a step in the right direction, and if this did happen and was passed, 100% there could be a new college football game. Now, this is a step in the right direction. Hopefully it does pass, because I think that would just be a win-win for everybody, aside from the NCAA. They already make too much freaking money anyway. If right now somebody made me bet money, I'd be willing to bet within the next 5 years we do get a college football game. That's me kind of wishfully thinking, but I still think it's definitely a possibility. Now, if this doesn't pass and you're looking for something a little bit quicker than maybe 5 or so years down the road, something a little bit more in the near future, there is actually something sort of coming in terms of college football, and it's not the thing you're probably thinking of if you've heard the last 5 years and the game still hasn't came out. The Gridiron Champions game, that still hasn't came out, and they've been talking about it for 5 years. But this, right here, Maximum Football. Doug Flutie's Maximum Football. It's a football game that's not even nearly like as good as, or graphically wise or gameplay wise, as good as like a NCAA or Madden, but it's something out there. It's like a Canadian football game. But what they did do is that Maximum Football partnered with Phil Steele's College Football, which is like a huge licensed like college football magazine type product. And they're going to include their branding within the U.S. Dynasty mode of Doug Flutie's Maximum Football 2019, which is going to be a sort of college football mode with 130 different college teams. And they're at least going to have some type of realistic, like, branding stuff with Phil Steele's College Football to give it some, like, sort of a collegiate football feel, more than what we've had since NCAA has came out. Now, the game's probably not going to be that great, but it's better than nothing. This game comes out, I believe, in September. It says it'll feature both a 27-team Canadian and 130-team U.S. Dynasty mode. So that's going to be dope. It's going to have in-game recruit rankings, statistics screens. So it's going to have recruiting, stuff like that. That's something we have not seen since NCAA's came out. And even you see this is a billboard that's going to be displayed across Nashville the week of the NFL draft. Maximum Football 2019 college football gaming is back. So there's something coming. Now, it's not going to be incredible, I can tell you right off the bat, but it's better than what we've had. So with the combination of the whole entire proposed act going to Congress, and with this Maximum Football thing coming out, like, there's at least a little bit more action in the college football gaming world. Now, in case you're actually curious with what this game actually looks like, Maximum Football, like I said, don't expect anything that looks incredible, but it's a college football game potentially. So, I mean, who cares about the gameplay? The fact that at least it's just college football, you know? I don't expect a lot. Like, here's some of the screenshot. Now, this is, like, the game still has like 4 or 5 months to come out, and I know they just partnered with, like, Doug Flutie and stuff like that, so the game's gonna be completely different. This was just like a random freaking company in Ontario, Canada, I believe. So now they're partnering with like Doug Flutie, and they have a lot more investors, and they're now partnering with Phil Steele. I would expect the graphics and stuff probably to triple, maybe quadruple in terms of how crisp it actually looks. Now, you can tell off the bat, like, if it'll ever load, that's not the greatest thing in the world, but I've seen worse, you know. I've seen worse. Some nice trees in the background, some, you know, very good looking buildings, some great looking football players. Like, this is just, you know, not up to par with what we're used to nowadays, but all that necessarily matters, I think we've learned through games, is all that really matters, what we care about, is how good the gameplay actually is. Like, who cares what it looks like if the gameplay is actually good? That's all that matters. So, if we're just being honest with ourselves, it doesn't look incredible. So, and also I found this. I haven't clicked play yet, so I don't know what it looks like. I wanted to kind of watch this live. It's actual gameplay of the game. This is some random video I popped up and found. I don't know how Auburn and Virginia Tech's in the game. Number one, it looks like their logos were made with a crayon and maybe colored pencils. So that's not great. But once again, keep in mind, this video was uploaded, oh god, like a week ago. So hopefully, like I said, I would expect that Maximum Football college football game probably will look at least like 3 or 4 times better than what this looks like. But this kind of does look like somebody drew this with a crayon, didn't they? Oh man, they have Arial text. Oh, that's a little upsetting, isn't it? Oh my. So this, I'm not really sure what to think about this. Now, what you guys thought I might have been talking about was this whole thing, Gridiron Champions, that has been rumored to come out for a long time. It was supposed to come out in 2020, which is like a fully customizable college football game that you'll be able to customize like all the colleges and everything like that. So it's college football in a sense, but they've been delaying this for years and years. And even I saw them tweet about the year 2020, and they said it might not come out in 2020. So I don't know how much I actually believed in this. So I don't know about all that, but all I know is I want college football back. And it seems like we'll eventually get it back. But the question is how soon, hopefully in the next few years, because I don't know about Madden anymore. It's kind of upsetting me. But guys, what do you think about this? Do you want a college football game back? Let me know in the comment section below. Let me know if you like me making videos when I act like Zirksee, because they're easy to make, not gonna lie.